Hello everyone, JWR here, and I'm just going. This is just an update per se, status update if you will. I'm putting on more R fails videos. For those of you who don't know what R fails is, it's pretty much a let's play of me just fucking up. Usually it's me and a group of people just bullshitting around in certain games. It's kind of like a let's play, but it's accepting the fact that I'm so out of practice on so many different games right now that it's going to end up with failure. I accept that, so I just went ahead and put it as R fails. See, it's called taking like license with names and just fucking around with them. On another note, I'm sorry, I decided, oh wow, yeah, I'm gonna put the note over here to the side. No, on a note, I'm also going to have a little series known as Shuyan, which is just me playing on Dragon Ball Z, just fucking around with it. Or just messing around, just having a grand old time, just And I know what some of you are thinking, but all Z names have to have a vegetable theme with it. Yeah, well, no, didn't feel like it. Fuck that. Anyway, it's just bullshit that I plan on doing, just having fun with it. I'll probably put other games up here and have quote, and I say quote, a bridge series on them because it's just something to do. I'm mainly doing this because my muse for rewriting my second book and writing my third book just kind of went and died. Now there are some programs I'm looking at to make videos a little flashier when I get to my new locations, but for the time being, fuck that. I'll probably be redoing certain videos because apparently having a picture of Vincent Valentine up here standing on like a pole is copyrighted by Squaresoft. Reviewing stuff like Battle Royale, well, I've beat that into the ground, so there's no point in really going over that again. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason why my review on Battlefield Baseball is taking so long, is because I don't know if it's going to be completely blocked off or it will be completely open. It might be completely open like my review of Versus, which was almost half as long as the movie itself. Or it might be completely blocked off like Battle Royale. So in either case, I'm not really sure, so I'm not all that eager to put it up there to see it come back being blocked again, because it's not that I have like 18 strikes against me or anything. I don't have any strikes, really. I didn't have one that was considered a strike, and I challenged that motherfucker because, let's face it, when the Jimmy Fallon show from NBC takes credit for Resident Evil, I'm sorry, it's a scene in a movie. You can't just... Unless you made the movie, you can't say it's your movie. And when they say it's copyrighted from the Jimmy Fallon show, how is that even? Whatever. Now, okay, the next part I want to go over is the strangest factor of comic book ages. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like. How is this? Anime and comic books tend to do something with ages that really messes with things. How can I word this? I think Batman's the greatest example of it. When Batman started, he went through his own little thing, and then he got better, and then everyone knew him as like the Batman. And then he got Dick Grayson, and he trained him as Robin. Then Robin led the Teen Titans for a while when he became like a teenager, and then he became Nightwing when he was more of an adult. And the thing that threw me off, after all this, was the fact that when you look at the age, I mean, you have like Robin's lifeline, boom, 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 and you know he is like, I'd say maybe what, 12, 13 years for him to become Nightwing, about estimated. So that would add, from everyone else, that's going to add 13 years to them. Period. Okay, let's just put that in perspective. Add 13 years to Joker. Add 13 years to Catwoman. Add 13 years to Penguin. To Killer Croc. Now, I understand in some cases you can't really apply it. Like Superman, you add 13 years to him, it's not going to really... Add 13 years to Wolverine, whatever. But you see what I'm saying? In some cases, especially if it's mainly a cast of humans, and you add 13 years, there's going to be small changes. And I don't know, maybe it's just the way they wrote it. I don't know if it's fanfics or whatever. Oh no, Catwoman can date Grayson. Yeah, it's fine. It makes her look like a cougar, though. Hey, that's all I'm saying. But then you put in the fact, I understand, okay, maybe Harley isn't as old because it's Harley Quinn, and she wasn't a product of the comics. She came from the anime, or the animated series. So, yes, naturally she's going to be a little bit younger. But even if you look at it that way, if she's dealt with Dick Grayson at a certain age, and she's dealt with Catwoman at a certain age, then, theoretically speaking, when he became Nightwing, the ages should be parallel. But how do comics make this look? Oh no, full stop. Nope. She's hot at 22, she's always 22. Fuck that. But it's been 10 years! Yeah, so what? Simpsons been on for what? 9, 10 years by themselves, and Maggie still won. Status quo. I think I just explained the whole situation to myself. Status quo. Look at that! It's kind of like the whole same reason that certain shows can have like 18 Halloween specials or 13 Christmas specials, and yet it's the same age. I mean, a good example of this one was fucking, well, besides Simpsons. Everyone in this United States probably knows Simpsons. If you see Treehouse of Horror 1, 2, and 3, that's 3 years by default. So Maggie, by default, should at least be 4. By default. But no, the status quo says everyone loves The Simpsons as they are, so no growing up for Maggie, which means no growing up for Bart, no growing up for Lisa, because all the characters are established at that time, kind of like South Park. When they moved up to 4th grade, they stopped at 4th grade because that became status quo. They didn't want to risk pushing the age forward and forward and forward. Because once you have everything established, you want to keep it there. So yeah, that's pretty much my rant on status quo. It kind of throws everything out of whack. You're going to have so many birthday specials before someone puts it together. And the example I was going on with was Realm and 1/2, because the greatest example was at the start of the series. I'm Tadawaki Kudo, age 17. 2 Christmas specials later. You will not defeat Tadawaki Kudo, age 17. 2 years have passed. You should not still be 17. But it became status quo. So guess what? And I think that's the main issue with the ages in most comics. It's, oh, people love them like this? Okay, well, leave it. 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 What about the little kid? They don't like Robin. Well, he's alright, but we want him to evolve. Okay. Make him leader of Teen Titans. Okay, now he's like the Batman of Teen Titans. Good. Now we can get people behind him. Leave it. 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 I think it's time that we actually make him an adult. Well, we gave Batman a new Robin. I guess this. Yeah, I guess we can do that. So he became Nightwing. Leave it. But again, I think it's the status quo issue that we have, that if you watch certain shows, you'll see it plain as day. Like I said, Simpsons is the greatest example I can throw at you. Other shows can't do it, especially to have live actors, because it's pretty obvious. Nickelodeon show, what was it? iCarly, I want to say. iCarly, or Jake and Josh, or Victorious, or one of those Nickelodeon shows. There's like billions of them out there. I'd go with Disney, but they have more. Hell, better example, Saved by the Bell. Some of you older folks would know what that is. They couldn't press on for too long, because when they stopped looking like they could pass off as teenagers in any way, shape, or form, that's it. Series is done. I think Scary Movie made the most sense for that one. People, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s at best, at very best, early 30s, are playing teenagers. Yeah, that's about right. And unfortunately, that is about right. And I say this because some shows do try to up the age, like they try to be somewhat appropriate, but it comes back to really bite them in the ass. Like Rugrats. There's Rugrats, and then they changed the show entirely because they got older to All Grown Up or some shit like that. You see the point. The status quo got broken there, but they want to keep the characters, but they're just older, so they had to change the name entirely. So if you look up Rugrats, it's like, what the fuck? What happened? Where'd they go? Well, no, they got older, so you gotta look up All Grown Up, and there they are. I think that's the same issue that they tried with Powerpuff. So like the Powerpuff Girls, then there was Powerpuff Girls Z? I don't know. I know there was an unofficial manga series from Bleed Man. By the way, I'm gonna put a link down here when I can find it again. But he's a good fucking artist. And the series itself is pretty good because it mixes all the like almost older styled Cartoon Network stars together. Dexter, the Powerpuff Girls, Courage, Samurai Jack, things like that. They pretty much put it all together because it's all the same general universe of this. They smashed it together, and it actually looked believable. It actually made sense. Well, with that all being said and done, yeah, he took the status quo and ran with it. Some shows try to change the status quo, but they change the show entirely where it throws things off. Most people go, well, what about Dragon Ball Z? Well, start off as Dragon Ball. Now, some of y'all may remember why I went on a tangent about movies and we can't have nice things is because they always fuck up Dragon Ball. Well, let's just break this down. There was a time where Goku was a teenager. I will grant that. Most of Dragon Ball started off as Goku was a kid, then he got a little bit older, and then, of course, he had to fight Piccolo and put him down. Here's the problem. Goku hasn't gone to high school. Just putting that out there. Now, I understand everyone's trying to modernize and do all this bullshit, which now goes to my next part of the rant. Modernization of certain heroes and or shows. Now, I understand you want to modernize shit. Dragon Ball Evolution was about the example of that. Another example would be Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight series. Everyone's like, oh, that's the best, oh my god, oh, you can't say anything wrong about that. Bullshit. If I wanted to watch something about terrorism, I'd watch stuff about terrorism. Let's just be straightforward. That's what it is. No, it's about Batman. It's about terrorism. Let's break this down. Ra's shows up. He wants to contaminate the water with some sort of chemical to freak out Gotham and get it to destroy itself from the inside out. Bioterrorism. Joker shows up. He's just blowing shit up left and right, but he's having other people blow themselves up as well. Straight up terrorism. Well, no. Well, yeah. It's kind of like September 11, you know, flying a plane into a fucking building. Same principle. Just no plane. Take out the plane, put a bomb there. I'm just doing chaos by blowing shit up. Well, shit, grab a rocket launcher and just... I understand what they were trying to do with the Joker. They're trying to show that anybody could be that way. I'm just like, one bad day fucks everything up. That's kind of like the Joker's premise. One bad day fucks up your life. That is the Joker's premise. That's what he's trying to show. It happened to him, and he's passing the savings on to you. But the point of the matter remains is, as he's doing this, every incarnation of him did it in a different light. Like, even Death in the Family, when Joker beat the shit out of Jason. I mean, it was literally a point of, I don't want you to leave here. I want to blow you up. I know if I leave you conscious and undamaged, you're going to figure a way out. So, I'm going to beat the shit out of you to where you can't move, and then you go boom. Well, we break this down. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Most of Joker's tactics is just to show that one bad day can fuck up your life. How's it translated in the Nolan verse? One bad grenade fucks up your life. One bad bomb fucked up. Well, duh. One freaking plane going off course and going into a building fucked up some lives. That's called terrorism. Merry Christmas. I broke everyone out of prison just to kick your ass. Okay, now we got mob mentality terrorism. Way to go. Hell, that's more chaotic than what the Joker was trying to pull off with bombs. Which one seems more probable, people? What? Personal opinion, I think Joker would have been the one that would have freed people just to see, hey, look at this. One bad day for Batman. And everything gets fucked up because of it. No. Batman just has to figure out how to stop people from blowing each other up. That's it. He's gotta stop bombs. Really? The great Joker came down to bombs. He's blowing up everything. He doesn't care. He's blowing up everything. He'll talk to someone every so often, but he's blowing up everything. Whoa. Way to go. But again, that's how most of the things are nowadays. It's trying to reflect on, say, the terrorism aspect of things, the evil aspect of companies and all that. Just cut the fuck out. Okay? I liked back in the day when Batman actually had to figure stuff out. Not, oh lord, it's bombs. I gotta go stop bombs. No, even Batman 69 brought that up. Like, here's a bomb. We're not gonna tell you there's a bomb, it's just, here's a bomb. Oh look, I made it free. And there's a bomb. Ooh, I gotta get rid of this bomb. They didn't set the bomb there just to blow up everybody. No, they set the bomb there to kill someone specific. And he's running around, Batman's running around with the bomb over his head. Oh my god! But he had to figure out where to put it because where he went, there was people, and you can't just dump it on people. But then again, Batman 89 came back around with Joker just being a biochemist, bioterrorist. But he made it as a puzzle. He's like, you have the product already. I'm not really selling you shit. You have the product. But which one? Or what combination is it? He has to say, as he said that, it's a type of terrorism, but it's a terrorism that was already brought on by themselves. It wasn't inflicted on them. It was, hey, I did a little something that you didn't expect. Not, here's a trigger. One for you, here, trigger for you, trigger for you. You have each other's triggers, one of y'all push the button, kill the other person. Or they both go up. Really? And I think that's kind of why I like 89 version better, because Joker just put them out there. It's like, products are out. You already bought them. And everyone's looking for one specific thing. And then Batman figured out, after the fact, it's not one thing. Joker put it in a little bit of each item that would be used every day. So it would add up and catch people. It would catch them unexpectedly, but it would catch them all the same. And that's kind of the point. Joker didn't make it easy to figure out. I mean, even if you ran up, grabbed Joker and start beating on him, like right then and there, he's just like, there's no point. You could hit me all day long, I don't care. My job's already done. People will be forever freaked out by simple hygiene products because they don't know which one it is. When in fact, it's not even one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Or else I'm going to go on a different tangent, and I don't want to go on a third tangent. So, as a summary, we've covered what my soon-to-be plans are for next and upcoming episodes. I might just make a channel for just the Double R Fails, so I can have the little game series on that, so y'all don't even have to worry about looking at my rants and shit if you don't wanna. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that. I haven't considered it yet. I do have a second channel. I could just put them there, though. Just redo the channel itself. I'll consider that. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. Anyway. We got a list I'm planning on doing. We covered the status quo, which I ended up figuring out on myself. My go brain. And then we got the recent incarnations of things. Now, I really would go over the damn remakes of everything, but that's another rant for another day. Later.